We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Good morning. Sunday morning. That's Nancy Pelosi. Today we're talking about Alex Jones, who is a foreign agent of a foreign government called the State of Israel. And he is an operative of the Jeffrey Epstein child sex trafficking mass murder mafia. That's Alex Jones of INFOWARS. Alex Jones of INFOWARS is literally run by the Epstein group, the Epstein child trafficking, extortion, blackmail, money laundering group. They literally pay Alex Jones to say their propaganda on his show called INFOWARS. So there's a war on for your mind, and it's a war for Judaism. Now, one obvious thing about Alex Jones is that he repeats the propaganda of the Israeli government. And one of the most common lines of the Israeli government is that there's this thing called the woke right. James Lindsay is another person who talks about the woke right. Anytime you hear the term woke right, that is the Israeli government. Anytime you hear the term woke right, that's the Israeli government propaganda. So when Alex Jones says the woke right, that's Israeli government propaganda. And that's targeted directly at people who are Americans who reject Judaism. Now, you have to understand, not just reject the state of Israel, but reject Judaism. See, that's what the Israeli government and its agents like James Lindsay and Alex Jones and others are calling the woke right. Now, you have to understand that if you are a Christian, it's literally your religion to reject Judaism. That's actually part of your religion. It's actually central to the religion. I know that you don't know that because you've had a lot of people who are illiterate and can't read what words say on a page telling you what the Bible says. But all you need to do is go read Matthew chapter 3 with John the Baptist doing his baptism out at the Jordan River. And the Pharisees show up and he tells them, "Who hath warned you to flee from the wrath to come? You brood of vipers." And he's talking about the rabbis. The entire story of Jesus Christ is about a decision that you make. Will you follow the word of God called Jesus Christ that comes from God to your soul, that you hear from God, not a book, but the word that you hear from your soul called the Logos? Or are you going to follow these guys called the rabbis, like Rabbi Shmuley the dildo peddler, or Alan Dershowitz, or Ben Shapiro, or Dennis PragerU? That's who Alex Jones is following. And he's taking their money. And so that's the Alex Jones team. Alex Jones should register as a foreign agent of the State of Israel because he's not an American. And I now have zero sympathy for Alex Jones, and he's, as far as I'm concerned, Alex Jones is fair game. Alex Jones is fair game because he is a traitor not only to America, but he's an enemy of Jesus Christ. Anytime you hear someone say the woke right, that's Israeli propaganda. That's Israeli propaganda. So Jackson Hinkle's been covering this. Jackson Hinkle of the American Communist Party. I'm not a member of the American Communist Party. I'm the leader of the White Communist Party, which is different. It's much different. It's much different. But anyway, I do like Jackson Hinkle. He's an interesting character. He covered this a little bit. Let's see what we've got. Alex Jones attacks Candace Owens for Kirk investigation. This is from 10 days ago.
Owens, TPUSA. It pissed me off. Alex Jones,
Let me turn up the volume for you.
The American people had a right to know that.
I'm going to break down everything that's
Turn
going
up the
on.
volume
We're
here.
fact-checking the fact-checkers. People are recognizing something happening in this country.
Okay.
I consider him a friend. You know, we've done work together in the past, spent time together doing some collabs. Alex Jones, I consider a friend. We've done a lot of work together in the past, and I agree with Alex on a lot. And I think that he has done a lot for our country. I will say that. But
in the past, maybe
the stance he's taken on the.
Although let me point out before we go into this further, Alex Jones covered up all of the suppression of free speech that was happening in America. That was actually happening, and that was against people like Ernst Zundel, who was arrested by George Bush and sent to Germany to face charges of not believing Judaism and the Holocaust. See, he went to prison for that in his 80s. See, this is the kind of stuff Alex Jones covered up the entire time. He would say, well, I'm against it. But anyway, let's talk about this other thing, so that he wouldn't have to address the subject. He covered that up the whole time.
Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk thing. I just can't say I agree with it. And I think it's very weird. I also think that his opinions about supporting war on Venezuela have been.
Let's skip to the part where he shows Alex Jones talking here about this. Yeah, here we go.
You know better.
I feel robbed that I've had to spend so much time on this Candace Owens TPUSA thing. And it's pissed me off, actually. Because, I mean, I got serious stuff to deal with just like you do. And I'm not saying it's bad to question. It's just when it's all anybody wants to talk about. I got fans coming to me every day, the gas station, the grocery store, everywhere. And they're on either side of it. And I'm just like, it's a black hole. And I'm not mad at people who want to cover it.
No, it's not a black. See, Alex Jones is so full of shit, is what he is. Oh, this story is not important. It's not important that that Charlie Kirk was murdered by the Epstein group that's running the FBI. Oh, that's not important. I've got more important things to talk about, like the Chi-Coms. He's such a fucking idiot. Oh, yeah, it's not important that we watched Charlie Kirk get murdered in front of everybody, and then they scrubbed the whole scene of the crime, and it's all being covered up by the FBI, who literally works for the Epstein group and is trying to cover up the whole Epstein mafia. Yeah, that's not important. It's not important that the Israeli government and the Jewish mafia control the Washington, D.C. and run Donald Trump and blackmail Donald Trump, and the FBI's blackmailed. And he said to me, "That's not important. I've got important things to talk about." He's such an asshole. He's such an asshole.
I'm just telling you that the stuff TPUSA is doing is exactly what I'd do if I wanted to destroy myself.
True. I said I don't got all criticism for Alex here. True. It is a black hole. But look, it's a black hole because Erica Kirk is lying. Andrew Colvett is not telling the truth, lying by obfuscation.
See, Alex doesn't want to talk about it because it implicates his donors, which is the Israeli government. He's literally a foreign agent. Alex Jones is literally an agent of a foreign country and a mafia that traffics children. Alex Jones is literally a foreign agent for the Epstein mafia that traffics children as young as, from what we know, from all the information that's come out, possibly as young as 9 years old. That's Alex Jones. That's Alex Jones's group. That's who he works for. That's who he takes money from. That's who he collabs with Laura Loomer for. So when Alex Jones is talking to Laura Loomer, she's an agent of the Israeli government and the Epstein group that traffics little girls. These people are shit, dude. These people are trash. They're garbage. Now, where does Alex Jones talks about the woke right somewhere. We're gonna have to get ahead of that. I want to cover this other video.
Consider him
He did this other video. This is a recent one.
Candace Owens.
Here we go.
At Kitco, we make it simple.
So apparently Laura Loomer meets with Alex Jones after she returns from meetings with Netanyahu. And then Alex Jones starts repeating Laura Loomer's propaganda that he got a script from Netanyahu on what to say on his show. Now, do they give him money or something? Probably money, protection, stuff like that. So yeah, let's look at it.
Posted, Alex is just revealing himself. I already had Brian Harple's flights and confirmed my audience that they do not provide an alibi for 7:30 a.m., which is when the meeting concluded at Fort Huachuca.
She's talking about this military meeting at Fort Huachuca and this Brian Harple guy. Anyway, she's got it. So I can tell that Candace Owens does obviously have insider information because she's a journalist, and just like Tucker has insider information, and Dan Bongino had insider, and Glenn Beck, they have contacts in the FBI or contacts in the CIA or contacts somewhere that has access to this information. And that's where they get it. Okay, somebody calls them and goes, hey, you should look into this. Hey, you should look into that. The same thing with the Alex Jones show. So Candace is getting real information. So when the Jews come out and say, like Laura Loomer and Alex Jones, that she's lying or she doesn't know what she's talking about or it's all a conspiracy theory, or Barry Weiss over at CBS, oh, she's crazy. Well, she's getting her information from insiders in the intelligence networks. So she's not crazy. Her information is actually coming from the investigators that are investigating it. So that's not crazy. So when Alex Jones comes out and says, well, let's see what he says. Jackson Hinkle's covering it. Why? Because I'm not on Twitter, so I have to watch Jackson Hinkle to see what's on Twitter. I'm not allowed on Twitter.
So texted Brian Harple and offered him a chance to give me any response before our latest episode. I was looking to simply debunk that it was him because I'm open to the possibility that it may have just been a lookalike. But everyone out here panicking and Emoti fumbling his schedule is definitely making things more interesting. I really like Alex Jones, as I've mentioned, and you guys know we collaborate as that he's doing to Candace Owens. Just take a brief listen to a few seconds of this.
I am seriously concerned for Candace Owens.
Oh, did you hear that? That is 100% CIA, Trotskyite fucking propaganda right there. Oh, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about her mental health. This is exactly what the Jews, when they overthrew Russia, did to everybody who came against them. This is exactly what Alex Jones is doing. He's such a fucking piece of shit. He's such a fucking piece of shit. This guy is a fucking agent of a foreign country. He's an agent of a foreign country that traffics little girls and sells dope in America and carries out terror attacks in America, in Australia. That's Alex Jones. Those are Alex Jones's fucking bosses. What a scumbag. What a fucking scumbag. Let's listen to this again. You got to understand. I haven't even heard this yet. I'm just hearing this for the first time. This is exactly the Trotskyite propaganda line. See, the Trotskyite propaganda line when they took over Russia was, oh, you're mentally ill if you don't agree with me. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's their modus operandi. And let's just listen to this piece of shit Alex Jones for a second.
Just take a brief listen to a few seconds of this.
I am seriously concerned for Candace Owens. What I'm about to reveal, what I'm about to break down, come from a place of love. Please watch this report and do your own research.
What an asshole.
Please think about what I'm about to say and what I'm about to reveal.
Now, I just want to pause here because isn't this the same exact thing that they did to Kanye West? And then Kanye West ended up in like some mental institution.
That's
and
right.
They were forcing drugs down his throat.
That's right.
And then they got him addicted to like opiates and then eventually laughing at like, isn't this?
Yeah. And then you know what? They used him to discredit things. Kanye West. I don't think Nick Fuentes realizes that, but I believe that Kanye West was being used to try to discredit Nick Fuentes and some other people.
Oh my goodness, you're saying such crazy things. I really care about you.
Exactly.
Harvey Pasternak, I really care about you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at my Canadian intelligence background. Don't look at my ties to Israeli political elite. But no, I care about you, Kanye West. I do. That's why I'm going to take your kids away. I'm going to send you to a mental institution. I'm going to force drugs down your.
This is exactly what the Trotskyite Jewish mafia did when they overthrew Russia. The exact same thing, and Jackson Hinkle's pointing it out. This is exactly what Alex Jones is doing. Alex Jones is 100%. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, I've been following Alex Jones's websites and stuff since Prison Planet, since around 2004, 2005-ish. Okay. I was part of the whole 9/11 truth movement. We ran groups in Orange County. We did stuff all over the place. Like, I literally was involved in all that. And I'm telling you, Alex Jones is 100% an agent of a foreign country called Israel and a mafia called the Epstein Network. 100%. That's what this is, dude. That's what runs the White House now. That's why that is why Charlie Kirk is dead, because of that group. That's who Alex Jones is protecting, and basically, he's a punk. He's a punk. A punk is a male prostitute. Alex Jones is a punk.
So if you don't like that, you're going to lose all your money and you're never going to see your kids ever, ever, ever again. Isn't that like kind of the vibe that you're getting here?
Yep.
Candace, I love you, but you're crazy. Real talk, real talk. I love you, but you're going down a bad path.
Exactly.
And it's turning into some mental psychosis. And maybe we need to drug you next. Like that is the vibe I'm getting here. Because clearly the vibe of character assassination targeted at Candace, the Zionist coming out, Ben Shapiro coming out. What is the Fox News, the fat guy on Fox News? What is his name? All of these guys coming out and saying, like, Candace is a fascist. Candace is,
yeah. We get it, bro. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Here's some more of this Alex Jones bullshit. Here we go. Here he is, fucking scumbag. I can't believe what a piece of shit Alex Jones is. Well, he always was. You know why? Him and his fucking drug addict bullshit. He's always promoting drugs and oh, you go down the rabbit hole and it's elves. It's the ayahuasca elves. That's what's at the bottom of it all. It's not the Jews. It's the ayahuasca elves. He's such a fucking asshole, actually, the whole time.
Okay, blah, blah, blah.
Never got to meet where she was.
Okay, so I guess that's like the majority of.
And he just decided to go to a military base, a restricted one, to see if they got any files on him. And he gets there and has this whole story. He's directed this bill.
So we're going to address exactly what he's saying here.
And separately.
Well, there's the ad.
Okay, so if you don't know this whole story, this one guy who was at this military base that witnessed all these things, and he goes on the Candace Owens shows to expose it. Alex is going, well, how did he just shows up there and he doesn't even know what's going on. Well, dude, obviously, you got to understand something. Either is Alex Jones an idiot? See, when I was watching that interview with Candace, the first thing I realized is like, okay, see, I could already tell that. See, let me explain something to you. I could already tell that Candace Owens is getting her information from people in the intelligence services. She's wearing a CIA hat. She's getting all this information about planes and Egyptian planes that nobody would have access to unless they were directly tied to the intelligence services. Okay, so that's where she's getting her information. And that's why this guy was there. He was there spying. He was there spying, and he spied on them. He knew they were going to be there. He's got a story, but he's a spy. Okay, Alex? And he's spying for us. Not for your friends over, not for your rabbis, not for your fucking butt plug peddling Rabbi Shmuley or your pedophile ring lawyer Alan Dershowitz that Alex Jones thinks is super smart and good. He's a good guy and he's just a lawyer and he didn't do anything. That's Alex Jones.
Including 4.
Alex Jones had Alan Dershowitz on his show after it was proven that Alan Dershowitz went there on the island and got massages from these slaves, from the child slaves, the child sex slaves. Alan Dershowitz admits that he got massages from the child sex slaves. And Alex Jones still had him on his show and treated him with respect. Because Alex Jones works for the Epstein Network. Alex Jones works for the Epstein Network and is a foreign agent. 100%.
Or, no, 6 the day before there, and it's extended again. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's just like this patronizing tone of like, oh, Candace, I know you're.
Okay, I'm going to go to the INFOWARS website because I like it. See, the reason I went to Jackson Hinkle is because I can't go on Twitter, so I can't find the stuff on Twitter. I'll have to find it on Alex's website here. He's like, I'm sick of talking about this. I want to talk about the European Union or something. It's like, bro, literally your fucking piece of shit mafia is destroying America, and you don't want to talk about it, obviously, because you're paid by them. You're paid by them. You're paid by them, scumbag. Let's see. Let's look at. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I can't get on Twitter. That's my problem. I'll just go back to Jackson Hinkle covering it.
Doing the right thing, but we need to talk. We need to have an intervention. Just like they had Bill Act claim here and said, for clarity, this.
Oh yeah, so here's Alex Jones posted must-watch breakdown. I don't know what the cover up is, but Charlie Kirk assassination. For clarity, this debunks nothing. This meeting concluded at 7:30 a.m. and one of the planes headed straight for Texas, which is a hop away. That's Candace Owens replying. So yeah, Alex Jones is just totally. You got to understand something, bro. Charlie Kirk was murdered by this group, the Epstein group, 100%. Because he was against their wars. He was against them blackmailing everybody with the Jeffrey Epstein group stuff. And so that they killed him and they're covering it up. And I don't know exactly how they did it, but I know that they're covering it up. I mean, that's obvious. See, I don't know. I don't need to know how they did it to know that they're covering it up. I don't need to know exactly how they killed Charlie Kirk to know they're covering up the murder. See, I know they're covering up the murder, and Alex Jones is helping them because he works for them. He tries to play both sides, but he works for them. His ultimate loyalty, Alex Jones's ultimate loyalty, is to the Jeffrey Epstein child sex trafficking ring. That is his ultimate loyalty. That is his ultimate loyalty. And he used the term the woke right somewhere. I got to find it.
Debunks nothing. Simply say it's not there. Okay.
You skip ahead a little bit. So yeah, so the thing you should understand is that here's what's happening. On one side, you have Candace Owens, who has insider information, obviously. So she has real information. And then you have Alex Jones, and you've got Barry Weiss. I mean, look who the group is. It's Alex Jones and Barry Weiss and Larry Ellison and Ben Shapiro, and they're all attacking Candace Owens. And in comes Alex Jones to join the attack. In comes Alex Jones to join. He's like right there with Barry Weiss and Larry Ellison and CBS and Ben Shapiro with the Anti-Defamation League. And there's Alex Jones helping them all attack Candace Owens because he's totally blackmailed and he's totally bought. He's a punk. He's a punk for a foreign government, which means he's a traitor to this country. Alex Jones should be deported. Alex Jones should be arrested and deported from the territory of the United States. Alex Jones needs to be arrested and imprisoned and then deported from the territory of the United States and sent to Israel. If not sent to Guantanamo Bay and put in Camp X-Ray, actually, Camp X-Ray. Guy's a complete fucking traitor. Complete fucking traitor. Yeah. Let me skip ahead a little bit here. See if we can read some of these. Okay, he's covering The flight logs. Oh, here's Candace. Candace says, Alex is just revealing himself. I already had Brian Harple's flights and confirmed to my audience that they do not provide an alibi for 7:30, which is when the meeting concluded. Okay, we already looked at that. That's fine. Right, Alex, right. See, the reason why I know Candace's information is correct, because it's obvious it's insider information. The guy that went there to spy on Erica and Brian Harple and the congressman or whoever, he's a spy working for people in the government that are not connected to Trump, right? There's people in the government that are not connected to Trump and that are working to find out what really happened, and they're giving information to Candace Owens. And then out comes Barry Weiss, and out comes Laura Loomer, and out comes Netanyahu, and out comes Larry Ellison, the richest man in the world that owns CBS and took over TikTok so that he could go and commit a genocide and cover it up. And here comes Alex Jones joining the fight. And I don't even watch Candace Owens. I just watch enough of it to know what's going on. But Alex Jones, he wants to be kind of in our team, but not really. As long as you don't profess admiration for Hitler and that you love Israel and the Jews. Well, I don't hate Jews, but in my religion, which is Christianity, in my religion, Alex, it's literally my religion to reject the rabbis, because that's what Jesus Christ calls us to do, to reject the rabbis and their doctrine and follow the word of God called the Logos, which is the light. You see, that's my religion written in the Bible. You got to understand something. You got to understand something about James Lindsay and Alex Jones and even Tucker Carlson and all these other people that want to have this coalition with Judaism. Jews should go be Jewish, and they should. It doesn't bother me that Jews are Jewish. It's that I don't want to be following the rabbis, so I am not Jewish. You get it? It's not that I have a problem with Jews being Jewish. It's that I'm not Jewish, and I don't want a Jewish government. I don't want a government or people that are in that claim to be part of my race or culture or religion, and then they're trying to get me to be in some alliance with the rabbis. That's literally against my religion. It's literally against my religion. My religion, which is Christianity, literally says to reject the rabbis. It literally says that in the Bible. Like every page of the four Gospels says to do that. It says to reject Judaism. That's my religion. That's my religion. So let's go back to this thing with Candace Owens here and Alex Jones. So see if I can find some more of the Twitter tweets. I'm going through Jackson Hinkle because he is covering it. And let's look at another one. Let's look at this one. Alex Jones attacks Candace for the Kirk investigation. Candace Owens crushes TPUSA debate lives. Right. Let's look at this one. Alex Jones.
I consider him a friend.
Let's go to this one. Alex Jones and the
We're Phoenix Center
attacks Candace Owens for the Kirk investigation. Okay, so I want to read some of these.
Side of it, and I'm just like, it's a black hole, and I'm not mad at people who want to cover it.
He acts like he's like so upset that people are asking questions about this. I keep getting people keep coming up to me and asking me to talk about this, and I'm so sick of it. Just like he did when people started noticing there was a Jewish mafia. You gotta understand something about Alex Jones, bro. Alex Jones's whole career was based on pretending that behind the New World Order was Nazis. So basically, like me and like a handful of other people on the internet, that's who's behind the New World Order. That's so stupid, dude. His whole career was based on this lie that behind the New World Order was Nazi German death cults, when really it was the Jeffrey Epstein Jewish mafia the whole time. And that's what was behind all these revolutions and terrorism going back to the 1800s and into the 1700s, actually. Revolutions and terrorism. That's been the MO. That's the modus operandi of the Jewish mafia. that rose to power in the 1800s with the whole New World Order, which was the replacing of the kings with with capitalist republican systems. So he lied about the whole thing. His whole career has been, claiming that Adolf Hitler was behind the New World Order, and when really it was the Jeffrey Epstein group. It was Jeffrey Epstein Mafia the whole time. The whole time Alex Jones has been on the air. If you go back and watch his videos from like early 2000s, he was going on and on about Hitler and the Germans and the Nazis, when the whole time it was Jeffrey Epstein and Les Wexner and Ron Lauder at the World Jewish Congress and the Anti-Defamation League, which Alex Jones says are Nazis. See, the whole thing, his whole career has been bullshit. And now he's joining Barry Weiss and Larry Ellison and Ben Shapiro in attacking Candace Owens, who obviously has insider information that she's getting from the intelligence services that are actually tracking what's going on. The yacht parties. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Looks like we have an actual Groyper here with an actual Groyper icon. That's amazing. Good morning. What are yacht parties? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Was Alex Jones on a yacht party with Jeffrey Epstein? Is that what that means? Is that what that means? I want to hear it. Let's listen to. I want to see if I can find it. Let's listen to more. I'm going through Jackson
I'm
Hinkle.
telling you that the stuff TPUSA is doing is exactly what I'd do if I wanted to destroy myself.
True.
Okay, let's skip ahead.
I said I don't transcript. Alex now says this sort of thing. Oh, I like Erica. Well,
Wait, hold on.
People always say she's a great lady. She's a theater kid. That's why she's in all this. A nice lady overall.
I know people keep.
Okay, so then there's one point where Alex Jones talks about how, they just want to destroy TPUSA and the Republican Party.
Their late husband.
The constantly, every time she's on shows, months later, with the touching the thing, crying, all that, we just, come on. It comes off as like.
Okay.
And this whole ordeal was Erica Kirk. In the first, 1 week after the shooting took place, her life. What a party man. Zuela.
Let's see if I can skip ahead and find this next clip from Alex.
The same.
You're going to get it, and I don't think people are going to like it.
Oh, doesn't think people are going to like it. He's literally.
Okay, so Alex Jones did this clip. I was just watching it where he's going on about how he realized that they just want to bring down TPUSA and they just want to bring down the Republican Party. Yeah, fuck you, man. Fuck TP. Look, I like Charlie Kirk. But TPUSA obviously doesn't give a shit about Charlie Kirk, doesn't give a shit about America. They just love money. They just love money pouring in from the Epstein group, literally fucking pedophile network that traffics little girls. So they can fucking go to hell. You think I give a shit about the TPUSA? They're literally a front for a pedophile ring called the Jeffrey Epstein Group that's run out of Les Wexner and Harvard and the State of Israel, and Benjamin Netanyahu and Laura Loomer is a front for that. And Alex Jones is a front for that. I don't care about that. That's literally what I want to see destroyed. I literally want to see that destroyed. So it's Robert Maxwell, Donald Trump, and Epstein would all party on their yachts. Interesting. Yeah, Robert Maxwell was a very interesting figure. Very interesting figure. I mean, he was like producing all of our textbooks for all the kids in the schools. It's like, this is what they do, dude. They get control of the medium of education. And look how stupid America got since then. Like, we used to be like, Americans used to be highly educated. If you go back and read some of the documents of like our founding fathers, they were like super intelligent, had an amazing vocabulary. And then this Jewish mafia gets in control, and all they want to talk about is the Holocaust and sodomy and how do you feel about this and that. It like literally destroyed the minds and hooked everybody on drugs. This is who Alex Jones works for, these people. So I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump was on those. I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump was on those yachts. I do know that Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and daughter are best friends with Larry Silverstein, who literally blew up the World Trade Center. Like, they go to parties with Larry Silverstein. Is anybody looking into that? No, that's what I'm saying. Alex Jones should register as a foreign agent. Alex Jones should be arrested for being an agent of a foreign country and being an agent of a mafia that traffics little girls. And he should be arrested and sent to prison, if not deported to Israel. But I think Camp X-Ray would suit Alex Jones. That's where he belongs. That's where anybody who's on the side of a foreign government influencing our politics, like Laura Loomer, Alex Jones, Jack Posobiec, James Lindsay, Donald Trump, those people belong in prison. They belong in prison, and all of their assets need to be seized, and all of Les Wexner's assets need to be seized, and all of the whole Epstein, Larry Ellison group, all of their assets need to be seized by us and taken. And that's it. Game over. Game over. We're not going to vote for him. We're not going to vote for JD Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy. No. Let's see if I can find another good Alex Jones being an idiot clip. Unfortunately, my computer is lame. There's some good ones.
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens sparks Laura Loomer, Alex Jones breakdown. Let's see. Let's watch this one. Let's see what we got. Okay.
Interesting. Village crazy lady.
Okay, so this says, okay, so Laura Loomer says, I'm proud to say that I'm responsible for real Alex Jones seeing the light as it pertains to how malicious and insane Candace Owens has become. Dude, let me tell you this one more time. Candace Owens is getting real information. Her information isn't bad. I don't follow all of her stuff on her show. I know she likes to talk about Bridget McCrone. I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear about that shit. But when it comes to this TPUSA shit, her information is good. Because the reason why it's good, it's because she's not dreaming this stuff up. Okay, Candace Owens is not dreaming up what she's going to talk about on her show. She's getting information directly from people that are doing investigations. That's why she knows about Egyptian planes. Like, who would know that? The only people that would know that are people on the inside. And insiders give information to journalists all the time. Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity, Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson. They all get inside information. But she's getting information that she's relaying on her show. I bet Alex Jones may have gotten the same information and didn't want to relay it on his show. Maybe, I don't know. He wouldn't, because he works for the Epstein group now. He works for them. But let's what does this say here? So it says a couple weeks ago, Alex Jones and I had a very long private, this is Laura Loomer. A couple weeks ago, Alex Jones and I had a very long private conversation about some bad actors in the woke right. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. See, Laura Loomer uses the term woke right. That is literally Israeli propaganda. That's literally, see, Laura Loomer is getting talking points from the Israeli government and then repeating them on Twitter about Americans, about me and you and everybody else. And specifically who are what's called, I have to put it in quotes, anti-Semitic. I say in quotes because I'm not saying I'm not what they say as an anti-Semite, but what I'm saying is Shem is the sun. And in theological terms, it means the light. And so there's only one light, and that's Jesus Christ is the light, not the Jews, not the rabbis. So technically, they want to say that the rabbis are the light. So they say, you're an anti-Semite. You don't follow the rabbis. This is the story of Jesus Christ in the four Gospels. So that's what they call the woke right. They call the woke right, basically Christians are considered the woke right because they reject Judaism. But here's the next phrase here. It says here.
Bell writes, so you're telling me Laura Loomer went to Israel the second week of November where she had private meetings with unnamed Israeli government officials. Who could it be? Who could it be? Definitely Netanyahu, by the way. She then comes home and has a very long private conversation with Alex Jones. And now he's posting straight up Zionist slop on the timeline and attacking Candace Owens like a drunken banshee. Yeah, I got.
That's so weird. He's totally doing that. He's literally attacking Candace Owens after meeting with Laura Loomer. Jesus, unbelievable. The guy needs to be arrested. Look, I'm saying it. Look, if his enemies over the Democrat Party, which I'm not a part of or affiliated with anyway, if they want to take all of this shit and take INFOWARS and throw him in prison, good, do it. I don't care. See, if you're going to be an agent of a foreign country, you're literally we're not friends anymore. Like, there's nothing you can do to then say, but bro, remember that one time? Remember that one time I told you about COVID? I already knew about that, bro. I was already talking about that on my show back in March of 2019 or 2020. Sorry, March of 2020. I was already talking about that on my show. I already knew that on my show, bro. I don't, so there's nothing Alex Jones can do. Once you decide I'm no longer for America, but I'm going to join a foreign country with a religion that literally hates and wants to kill Christians, took over Russia and exterminated millions of people, and that's who you're going to side with? The Jeffrey Epstein child trafficking mass murder cult? Fuck you, bro. I hope the Democrats take all your shit and throw you in prison. I'm not going to stop them. Go ahead. They're doing me a favor. They're doing me a favor. We don't need you, bro. We don't need you. See, we have Jesus Christ, the light of God. What do we need fucking lying sack of shit Alex Jones for? What do we need some fat Zionist fucking pervert punk Alex Jones who takes money from the Epstein group that murdered Charlie Kirk? What do we need him for? Nothing. We don't need you, Alex.
Guys, if I
Let's skip ahead here. I like Jackson Hinkle, but I don't really want to listen to him talk on my show unless he wants to come on as a guest. So I'm trying to skip ahead, even though he's helping me out here. He's helping me out.
and I fully disagree.
Let's see.
So it all started.
What is this? It says, Alex Jones, it's all coming out. Oh, here's an Alex Jones tweet. See, I have to do this because I'm not on Twitter. I'm not allowed on Twitter. So I'm using this show to read Alex Jones tweets. It says here, it's all coming out, and Candace Owens doesn't care that she has accused a bunch of innocent people with ironclad alibis of being in a conspiracy against Charlie Kirk's life. So he's talking about the people over at TPUSA. Bro, first of all, Alex, you literally sound like Barry Weiss right now. 11 years ago. What is that? 11 years ago what? Alex Jones, you literally sound like Barry Weiss right now. Literally. Like, if you took Alex Jones's tweets and compared him to Barry Weiss, it's like literally the same tweet. It's like literally the same propaganda. It's literally Barry Weiss talking through Alex Jones. Let's skip ahead though. Let's see if I can find. Let's find this one here. Okay, so it says, far from ironclad, never thought I'd see the day when you were pushing Fed slop and telling people to stop asking questions. That's this Nate guy over on Twitter. And then Alex Jones replies, so that's your new magic word, Fed slop. I'm starting to genuinely think Candace Owens is the definition of globalist slop. What a fucking asshole, dude. Literally, look, it's not just that Alex is saying things I disagree with. I could live with that. But he's literally an agent of a foreign country. I can't live with that. I can't live with that. I can live with people disagreeing. I can live with people even being stupid or even lying, but not lying on behalf of a foreign government that's carrying out terror attacks in New York City, in Australia, invading our country, using foreigners to invade us to kill us, blowing up the World Trade Center, trafficking children, the Epstein group. Like, that's literally who Alex Jones is lying on behalf of. The people that put a bullet in Charlie Kirk's neck. That's who he's lying for. That's who he's taking money from. That's who he's allied with, a literal foreign government. He is a traitor. And the penalty for traitors is at least being imprisoned and having all your assets taken. And that's what needs to happen to this piece of garbage. I'm not going to use bad words. I know you don't want to hear that. Piece of garbage, Alex Jones. What's the next line say? Sure, this guy Chris Wick over on Twitter says, that's a lie, Alex, and you know it. Candace never accused anyone of anything and said that it shows interest, that it shows that they are conspiring to covering up something. Yeah, that's exactly what it shows.
Candace
Hold on a
Owens is the
second.
definition of globalist.
He says, yeah, right. Nobody implicated TPUSA in the killing of Charlie Kirk. So Alex Jones is, does anyone not like, okay, so here's the problem. He did this, Alex Jones did this clip, see if I can find it, where he goes on about how the people at TPU, the people like Jackson Hinkle don't care if they ruin TPUSA. It's like, dude, who cares about TPUSA? Charlie Kirk's dead. They're covering it up. Why would I care about them? Oh, here's Laura Loomer talking about psychos and spewing pro-Hitler commentary. It says, she's talking about Candace Owens. I wish Candace Owens was spewing well, I don't even care, but it says, we cannot all be friends. I explained this to Alex Jones when we spoke on the phone. The lack of moral clarity on the right is largely due to people not wanting to check their own friends. Okay, so she says there's a problem with moral clarity on the right. These are Israeli talking points. This is 100%. This is the same thing Ben Shapiro went to TPUSA and said. There's no moral clarity. You're just not being moral. I've been watching like we're listening to this guy Dennis Prager for years, right? And they all go about the morality and how they're so moral as they go around exterminating people, right? They go around the world exterminating people. They go around selling drugs and heroin with the Sassoon family that merged with the Rothschilds that brought all that into America. They go around exterminating people all over the world, bombing Germany, wiping out Europe, bringing in all these foreigners and then promoting all the sodomy and the race mixing and the murder and the death and the drugs. And then they go, you're just not being moral because you're against us. See, that's what they call morality. That's what they call morality. You're only moral if you're for what I say. See, if you follow the rabbis, that's moral. If you don't follow the rabbis, you're immoral. That's Judaism. That's the religion. That's the religion. If you follow the rabbis, you're moral because the rabbis said so. And if you don't, you're not. Well, then I'm not because I follow the word of God called Jesus Christ from God. What the fuck do I need a rabbi for? Sorry for the F. I don't need a rabbi. I don't need a rabbi to tell me anything, actually. I really don't. And I don't need to buy anything from Rabbi Shmuley. I don't need that around me or near me. I don't need that. Mr. Shmuley. You fucking, sorry, no F's. Okay, let's go back to this. So anyway, sure, I have been friendly with some people who have since gone crazy and off the rails. See, we're all crazy because we don't believe the rabbis and the Jewish Mafia and the Epstein group that are carrying out all these terror attacks and trying to kill us. We're crazy. This is like the total MO of the Jewish Mafia and the whole. This is what they did to the Russians when they took over Russia. They just started wiping them out, exterminating them, and telling them that they were crazy if they didn't like it. That's what they do. That's what they do. This is like, I don't know why these people are like this, but this is how they are. Oh, and then she repeats the exact language of Netanyahu. She says, I have been friendly with some of the people who have since gone crazy. See, they were trying, the Laura Loomer group was trying to moderate the far right, and bring us back into this, okay, well, Israel's not so bad type of thing. She says, we can call them the woke Reich, like the German Reich. See, that's what Netanyahu said just about a month ago. He came out and called it the woke Reich. Right now, Laura Loomer's repeating it. I have called it out because, yes, I had a cordial, but many of them crossed the line. Cross what line? Why are you even here? Why are you even here? Why do you want to be in something with the Goyim, Laura? Why does Laura want to be in something with the Goyim? Why does Netanyahu want to be in something with the goyim? Why do the rabbis want to be in something with the goyim? Because they need slaves. Because they need people to support them. They need people to work for them. They need people to exploit. They need people to rip off. What other reason would there be? What other reason would a closed society like rabbinical Judaism need Christians for, and need Muslims for, and need all these other races for? What would they need them for if not to feed off of them like a parasite? What other reason would there be? What other reason would there be? There is no other reason. So only if you're stupid enough to be a host for a leech, you don't know Jesus Christ, obviously. You think you can be in something with the rabbis. You're an idiot. Alex Jones is an idiot. And he's not just theologically stupid, but he's a traitor to America. He's literally a traitor to the American people and our government that's supposed to be for us. He's literally a traitor to our government that's supposed to be for us. So, okay, so she calls it the woke Reich, right? Well, that's what Netanyahu called it. That's what Netanyahu calls it. So she's repeating Netanyahu's propaganda. And that's what James Lindsay calls it. James Lindsay is another one, like Alex Jones. He repeats Netanyahu's propaganda. He's paid to repeat the propaganda of a foreign country. Netanyahu woke right. Right. This is exactly out of the mouth of Netanyahu, repeated by Laura Loomer, who then gets Alex Jones to repeat stupid shit about Candace Owens. Yeah. Oh, here's Netanyahu calls out U.S. education system deranged woke culture. Well, see, that now applies. What that means, when Jews say woke culture, what they mean is anybody who's so-called anti-Semitic that doesn't view the rabbis as the light. See, Shem is the light. So if you say, I'm against the rabbis, then you're anti the light of the rabbis. See, the rabbis are the light. According to the Jews, they're the light. They're our light. They teach us. They're the rabbis. My teacher is the Logos. Literally comes from God, not from some pervert rabbi, some degenerate rabbi, some unrepentant, degenerate sodomite rabbi like Ellen Dershowitz or Rabbi Shmuley or any of them, or their whole mafia. None of them. I don't need any of them. So anyway, that's Alex Jones. He's a traitor. Let me see if I can find this one last clip of him. Let's look up Alex Jones on YouTube. I don't think you can find him on YouTube, can you? Don't know. Anyway, that's good enough. Have a good morning.